In this video, I'll show you how to vertically translate or shift a sinusoidal function y is equal to a sine x minus d plus c. The question asks, sketch the graph for the following sinusoidal functions. And we have two functions here, one that is defined as f at x is equal to sine x plus 2, and another that's defined as sine x minus 1. The first thing that I want to do before graphing this is I want to compare this function to this template here, this skeleton. And what we have is our a value for this function is 1 because that part is vacant. This part of the trigonometric function is simply x, so our d has to be 0. And our c value here is 2. Notice how they match. So let's see what happens when we manipulate the c value. The c value here is plus 2, and the c value here is minus 1. Everything else remains constant. Remember, sine x, or f at x, is equal to sine x, looks like this. It starts off at 0, at 90 degrees it goes to 1, and then it goes back to 0, down to negative 1, and then back to 0. Let's connect these points, and you should end up with a wave that looks roughly like this. Now, if you have a different c value, so in our case this is a c value of plus 2, what this does is it actually vertically pushes the wave either upwards or downwards, depending on the symbol. So the symbol here is plus 2. That means every one of these points will be pushed upwards. It is the y-coordinate of each point that changes. So this becomes this point, which is at 0 and 2. This point goes up 2 units. So this becomes 90 degrees and 3. This gets pushed up 2 units as well. We have 180 degrees and 2. And you start to see the wave forming. And your final wave should look like this for the first function. Now for the second function, we have sine x minus 1. In this case, all of those points will be pushed down 1 unit. So we end up with a function that looks like this. And I'm going to draw this in orange. And your final wave for the second function should look like this. So the take-home message here is that this plus c determines the vertical shift of the wave. Now, of course, this skeleton can be written differently in different textbooks. Maybe they use a different letter for c, a different letter for d, and so on. So just keep that in mind. Whatever's being added or subtracted to the function will determine the vertical transformation. And so there you have it. That is how to vertically shift a sinusoidal function.